Hey y'all, it's day 176, I think. And yeah, we're hiking in the Shenandoahs. Today we're hiking, I don't remember the gap we're at. I'll put it in text. And we're heading up to Big Meadow, or down, we're heading south to Big Meadows Campground where we're spending the night. So, yeah, one new development. Yesterday was a day with a lot of blowdowns. And, we're curious to see what today ends up being like. We were going to do over a 16-mile day today, but we've cut it back to, looks like it's about 11 and a half miles on my app, GPS app. But, yeah, it's a little concerned about the number of blowdowns and trail conditions as we head farther south. And we've also read that where we were originally planning on ending this year's hike, Rockfish Gap, is kind of a mess. The ATC has come out and said that, a lot of thru hikers are down there trying to get off, and they can't even get shuttles. Not that we need a shuttle, but and we were talking to one of the thru hikers, Rip, a couple days ago, and he was saying that he's getting off now because he didn't want to deal with what might be kind of a mess down at Rockfish Gap. So taking all that into consideration, we're thinking like, man, maybe we shouldn't go down to Rockfish Gap. In fact, looking at the weather conditions, maybe, we should end it last night. Well, we didn't end it last night, but we are going to end it tomorrow. So here's our plan. We're hiking over 11 miles today to Big Meadows Campground. We'll hike 6 more miles south from Big Meadows Campground tomorrow. And then we'll pile into the van and head down to Richmond, Virginia. And then the following morning, I'll be on an airplane back home, heading home. So, pretty short flight to Chattanooga. Yeah, and that'll be it for our hike. So, today and tomorrow. And, yeah, it's kind of odd and not as much more real that we are ending the hike. It was kind of like, well, at some point we're going to end the hike, but now it's like, no, tomorrow is our last hike. So, yeah, as we've discussed, it's bittersweet. But it is what it is. Kind of the theme of this entire hike has been, and, yeah, so, oh well. I will miss these hikes, but we will be hiking once a week. In fact, we've already set up a local hike in a week after I'm home. So, yeah, that's going to be the plan. Weekly hikes. And one interesting comment when we drove in through the Ranger's kiosk into the Shenandoah Park, the ranger there said, we are suggesting that people stay off the roads and trails. So, interesting. The first time we heard that. So one of the things I've realized is, in kind of parked in the back of my head, was this idea that I would, I had a lot of little subjects to cover, maybe other goals I had on this hike, how I'm doing with those. I wanted to give shout outs to certain people, friends or family members. And yeah, a lot of that, I was like, well, I have time, I'll do those. And yeah, now I don't have time. So I'm not going to do them all now. And maybe some of them can wait till we do our finish of this hike in a year or two, or however long it takes. Yeah. One special shout out I did want to do was for my daughter Kelly and her husband and my grandson Beckett. And yeah, I really regret that I live so far away from them now. But yeah, they're special people. And maybe some other time. Also, I kind of wanted at some point to go into my very unusual career path. Which I think most people will find very surprising. Yeah. I won't give away the twist, but yeah, maybe someday I'll get into that. The other, the other thing was like all the top secret work I've done for the military stuff, and never having had a security clearance. Just crazy. I just assume everybody thinks I did, and never bothered to check. Anyways, yeah, a lot of things I wanted to get into. Motorsports stuff that I've been involved in, kind of other hobby that I did for a long time. Still do a little bit. Might get back into it. I don't know. One of my plans when I get home is to fix up my Lotus car. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Anyways, my point being is I was going to go in more detail on this stuff, especially on shorter video days with not much else to film. And now that we've only got today and tomorrow, it's probably not going to happen. So, well, we kept hoping the weather would improve, and it has improved. It's not raining on us, but this is our view today. We passed the viewpoints, and this is all we see. Apparently a very popular place for rock climbing. So we talked about this at the end of the day yesterday, that one other factor was, there's a saying on the AT, never quit on a bad day. And, I know it probably doesn't apply to us as much since we're being forced off the trail, but yesterday was not a great day. So we're hoping today and tomorrow are good days to end this trail on. And that would be nice. Nice to get some sun back. We'll see how the weather changes. I had kind of an amusing moment. There was a large group of school kids. I think they're taking a climbing class, and mostly they could have been 16, 17, I don't know, but we just said hey, hi, and all that, and it was the main instructor person said, hey, would you mind answering some questions? And so we stood there, and there are all kinds of questions like, what do you do for water? How do you filter it? But it just went and basically tried to ask me all these hikes, because apparently this group is going on a 5-day hiking trip in a week also. So anyways, that was amusing. Happy to answer questions. We've been hiking for about 3 hours, and finally, blue skies. Nice. Sun's out again. Haven't seen that in a while. Still dry, no rain. It's been a pleasure. Yeah, we came upon a rock pile and a rock scramble to get across, reminiscent of Pennsylvania and other areas like that.